see all those face slays you see on Instagram and you're like, how did these guys even get their face looking so good? They're not even makeup artists. Well, I'm here to show you how to beat off your face and get those Instagram worthy pictures. If you're just joining, you're still kicking it with me, Tomiwa, and this is part 1 of a 4-part series where I show you how to transform from girl next door to an Instagram baddie, or just a sophisticated babe. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. I'm going to show you how I transformed my face from this to this. Disclaimer though, I'm not a makeup artist, so my techniques might be a little bit, you know, different from what you're used to, but trust me, it gets the work done, so stick around. So I'm starting this video with my face freshly washed. I have also gone ahead to use my serum and moisturizer, and now I'm going to go ahead to use lip balm for my lips. Then I go in with this Glassy skin balm. I think it's by Touch in Soul, so it just gives my face that instant glow. Yeah. So I think it's evenly spread now, and then I go in with foundation. So I use MAC foundation in NC 47. Now it's a bit light, so that's because the base of my face is light. However, the dark spots make it look darker. So I always apply my foundation with the beauty blender. Obviously, I wet the beauty blender to give good coverage. I have spots on my face due to my acne breakout, so we're gonna have to try and cover those up as well. After that, I go in with this Lancôme Teint Idole Ultra Wear, and I go in with the shade 12. I try as much as possible to centralize it in my dark spots, so the areas that I have dark spots. Once I feel like I have covered my darker spots with the foundation, and then go in with this Clinique concealer. And with my beauty blender, the other side, I apply it under my eye, over my forehead, my eye bed. So now that my concealer is completely blended, I go in with NYX Contour Concealer in the shade Deep Expresso, and I just go like this, like that, bridge of my nose, like that. Like that soft contour look, not that harsh contour look. Now that my contour is done, the next thing is I go in with setting powder to set both my concealer and the contour. So usually I do Fenty Beauty in Banana and go like that. Go in my beauty blender again. The bridge of my nose, go on my forehead as well, on my chin, under my nose. After putting the Fenty Beauty setting powder, I'm going to go in with this True Complexion contour palette. So I'm going to go in with the darkest shade to set the contour on my cheeks. Put that over my cheek, put that over my other cheek, yeah. Around my forehead, also here. So I just leave that to set on my face, and then I go and do my eyes. Now a lot of people do their makeup differently. Some people do their eyes first. I literally do my eyes at this point. Now before I do my eyes, I like to dust just a little bit of setting powder over my eyelid. We're going to do our brows first. I just got them threaded not too long ago, so they're in really good shape. So I don't really need to do too much. I just need to fill it in a little bit because I like my brows, you know, slightly darker. Now I'm going to go in with this $1 billion brow pencil. It gives a microblading effect. Trace a line under my brow first. Then I just shade in, shade above as well. I never start at the beginning of my brows because I always like it to be faint. I like it to be like a blur effect. So faint at the beginning, then darker at the edges. So that's literally what I do to my brows. I don't do too much with freshly shaped brows or freshly trimmed or threaded brows. So we're going to do that here again. So I hope my brows are even. I'm going to go ahead and use this L'Oreal Brow Plumper just to seal in those brows and make sure they stay in shape. Just go like so, like that. And then I'm going to go and do eyeshadow. I usually don't do too much eyeshadow. I'm going to go in with this MAC eyeshadow palette. It's called Natural Vice. And the colors are really, really neutral. Can you see? Really, really neutral colors, which I'm happy with. First, I'm going to go ahead and do a crease. And I'm going to use this to do a crease, this shade here. Yeah, like that angle. That's how I do my crease. And then with the same color, I blend all over my eyelid. So we're going to go ahead and do that here again. So crease done. I'm just going to go ahead and go in with this shade just for the beginning of my eyes. And now that I've put it at the beginning of my eyes, I'm then going to go in with this darker brown for the outside of my eyes, just to make this bead a little bit darker. So I usually like to bring that almost to the middle of my eye, but not quite. So we're trying to do like a brown smoky effect here. So I'm just going to put that darker shade, blend it up a little bit, just like that. How's it looking? I think it's looking popping. I'm going to go ahead with this and just put a little shimmer. And I'll make sure that is really blended into the center of my eye. I'm going to go in with this darker shade that has a bit of shimmer as well, just to shade out. Just to shade out as well. I'm almost done with my eyes, but I just like to go in with a little bit of shimmer just at the top of my eyes. Yeah, so I'm going to go in with this shade. And we're just going to put it right there at that corner. It just makes your eyes pop. Now that my eyeshadow is done, I'm going to go in with Hank and Harry Stick With It. It's a liquid eyeliner for the top of my lid. I put the eyeliner as close as possible to my lid where my lashes start from, and that's because I want to be able to see clearly where I want to put my lashes. I'm going to put my lashes now. Lashes are really tricky for me, but we're going to do this. Yes, I'm going to use this Kira Beauty lashes. I like them because they're not too heavy. I'm usually a minimalist in most things, and on a normal day I probably wouldn't even have makeup this heavy on, but then when I just want to look extra, you know, this is what I do. I'm going to use classic lash glue that I just got, and then you see the glue, I'm going to put it right there. Don't bother about the color, it'll still turn. Put it right there, yeah. And once I put it right there, I'm just going to drop it and let it air dry a little bit. And while that is drying, at this point I blend out my setting powder. So I just blend it together with the contour powder as well, so there's no sharp lines, because you want to avoid sharp lines. We're in 2020, guys. Avoid sharp lines. Now that I have blended it in, then I go ahead and apply my lash. As I said before, it's really tricky, so wish me luck. So I just make sure that this sticks on the outline, on the black outline that I had drawn. This one wasn't so much of a struggle, but this one should be pepe. So now that my lashes are fixed, for my under eye, we're going to be using this L'Oreal Infallible Never Fail eyeliner, and put this just inside my eye. Okay, so we're going to do that for the next eye. Before we do the lips, I'm going to go ahead with this Too Faced Damn Girl Mascara, just to blend my natural lash with the lashes that I have fixed on. Like that. Now for the lips, I want to do like a nude lip. So I went a little bit heavy on the eyes. So the lips, we're going to keep it nude. To shade an overlay, I'm just going to use this Black Up. It's actually a brow pencil, a brow gel, but it's a bit too light for my brows, so I have repurposed it for my lips. Like that. I'm going to do that for the other side. And I just like to shade in the corners of my lip. Like so, like that. And then we're going to go in with a nude lip color. So this is LA color. It's a matte. We're going to go in and dab the center of the lip. Usually I like an ombre effect. Like that. So I think my lip has an ombre effect. But I'm not into matte lips, so I'm going to finish that up with this iconic London lip gloss. So I center the lip gloss in the center of my lip, and with the remnants I just take it above. So now that I'm done with my lips, my mascara should be dry already, so I'm going to go in with this and just put it under my eyes. Yeah. I just want to soften that darkness a little bit. Yeah. So it just gives this smoky effect both above and under, and then you don't have that harsh sharp line under your eyes. Before I go, I'm going to just use powder to blend everything I have done in. Now, so I'm going to go with MAC Studio Fix in NC50. And we're just going to use that to blend the whole face. So I always start from the lighter portions, and whatever is left I dust it around my face just to blend the contour. And now that that is done, I just put my blush and my highlighter. So I'm going to go in first with the blush. It's MAC in Sweet Cocoa. We want our cheeks rosy, so we dab a little and just put it right there. To know where to put it, I always just smile, and you see at that point where your cheeks stand out, that's where I want it, right? So we're going to go again to our True Complexion palette, and we're going to use the highlighter here, right? So we're going to take a generous amount. That right there. So I put my highlighter just under my eye, and I also dust it here above, under my brow, just a little bit above my lip. After that, with my finger, pinky finger, I just apply on my nose. So a little at the tip of my nose from bottom up, and blend that in a little bit, and then I go. And last but not the least, I put a little on my forehead. So like that, and like that. And to finally finish up the look, yeah, I go in with the Lancôme Fix It Forget It setting spray, just to give me that dewy look. So we want a generous amount of this one. My face looks wet right now, but in a little time, all of that wetness is going to blend in together and just give a glowy, hydrated, dewy look. So this is the finished look. What do you guys think? Now that you've learned how to slay your face, we're done with step 1 on how to slay those Instagram Instagram pictures. Yeah, so don't go anywhere, stick around because step 2 is coming